All right, let's rock and roll. The Tarpons will get the football first. Should be a good ball game here tonight. Yeah. I was about to say, not a huge surprise there, right? Big Blue traveling in droves, and they got a bunch of them here on the home side, too.
Yeah, so there's fans on the home side, visitor sides for the Tarpons.
That's pretty cool to see. Here at the junior high, a lot of folks were curious this week, asking me, hey, where do they play out there? They play at the junior high. Some folks had gone on Google Earth and said, hey, I typed Morgan City High School. There ain't no football field there. Well, this used to be the high school from what I understand back in the day.
Yes, it was.
Yeah? I see. I see exactly what you're talking about. They got the electronics here at Morgan City.
Well, truck, when they put it down at the end of the game, just take it. Do like a javelin.
The Tarpons have Angelette, Alamo, and the Cure back deep. Not sure what the officials, they're having a little powwow. Their powwow has commenced, and now we rock and roll.
They want the Morgan City band. It must be middle school or junior high 9.
Yeah, they got a ton of them, don't they?
Yes.
Morgan City will be kicking from left to right. The Tarpons will be going from right to left. This is a district game amongst two teams who have 3 wins on the season. Big game for both teams. Trying to get an ID on the kicker. To my side.
14?
If it's 14, it would be Jairo Gomez. All right, let's rock and roll. Let's have some fun. There's the kick. It is a good one. Be kicked down the field and caught by the Tarpons across the 20-yard line. Nice seam across the 30-yard line and a good return by Angelette. And the Tarpons will play a 1st and 10 from about their own 33.
Yeah, Angelette caught that ball at his 5, right up the middle. Good positive yards, good field position for the Tarpons.
And here comes Carson Ogeron in the South Lafourche offense. First and 10. Ogeron will be in the gun. First and 10, straight drop, throws it to the sideline. It's going to be caught by Petrie. Makes a man miss. Nice gain. He's across midfield, so it's a great first down gain, and it's a Golden Motors first down for the Tarpons on first down. Pickup of about 17.
Yeah, nice job by Terrence Petrie. Caught the ball, made a guy miss. Good, safe, opening play for the Tarpons.
So first and 10 for South Lafourche at midfield, and they're going to get a free 5. So not exactly an ideal start to the game for the Tigers. They give up a 17-yard reception and then a 5-yard pre-snap violation. And that'll make it 1st and 5 as the Tarpons move the ball into Tiger territory.
Tarpons plans to come out throwing the football. Let's see if they continue doing it here.
It is a shotgun set. The strong side of the field is to the right. It's a 4-receiver set. Meathead is joining Ogeron in the gun. Morgan City does have everybody in the box. Ogeron under low pressure. He's going to be flushed outside. Throws it deep down the field, and it's nearly intercepted. That one was intended for Camden Bird, but he overshot him, and it was nearly picked off by the Morgan City defense. So it'll be 2nd and 5.
Carson did a good job in the pocket. He felt the pressure and got out of the pocket. We're lucky that ball was not intercepted. It was underthrown, and the closest guy there was a defensive back for the Tigers.
And I tell you who did a really good job there as well. Meathead did a good job picking up the blitz. He put his shoulder into the blitzer, helped buy Carson a little time. 3 receiver set. They'll throw it out to the flats. There's Bird trying to make a man miss, lowering his shoulder. He'll dive forward across the first down sticks. It is a Golden Motors first down, gain of 7 to about the 38-yard line. So the Tarpons continue to be on the move. That was just a simple pitch and catch there. 11:26 and counting. We are literally just underway. South Lafourche is driving on their first offensive possession, trying to take an early lead. 1st and 10. Ogeron will hand it to Dardar, picking through the line. Nice little gain. Got to about the 35, gain of about 4. So a good first down gain for the Tarpons on the ground. We'll keep that clock running.
Tarpons are going to try and get some of these guys out the box, and they're going to catch them in a mismatch coming up soon.
No huddle for the Tarpons. Quickly on the ball. 2nd and 6. Ogeron hands it to Dardar, breaks a tackle, nice gain, driving across the 30, still pumping, across the 20, and he's going to be dropped at about the 15-yard line. That's a Golden Motors first down and a great run from Meathead.
20-yard gain for Dardar.
The Tarpons are in the Absolute Fitness red zone. First and 10. He handed off. Not much, but he got about 3 or so.
Again, Morgan City in a 5-man front, but he got to move back instead of creeping up.
Got that ball to about the 11 or so he picked up more than I thought. A gain of about 4, bring up 2nd and 6. Inside of 10 minutes in the opening quarter. In the Absolute Fitness red zone. A little confusion for the Tarpons. They're going to hustle Berg out and Alamo back in. That usually means they're going back to the shotgun and out of the eye. And they are in the shotgun. Ball right in the middle of the field. Ogeron, straight drop, throws it to the back of the end zone, and he overshot everybody and completed. It was intended for Petrie, and he just overthrew him. Had him for a touchdown if he puts it on the numbers. So bring up 3rd down.
Yeah, it looks like they're coming with pressure, but the line's doing a good enough job of stopping that initial pressure. Carson has a little more time, I think, than what he thinks he does.
So Carson maybe make a play with his legs here on 3rd and about 6. He's got the snap. Steps up in the pocket. There he goes, but he's hit and he's dropped back at the 15-yard line. So it is a sack by number 55 of the Morgan City Tigers. Let me tell you who that was. And it's going to bring up a 4th down. That's number 55, Dakari Cooks. You are in field goal range for Cesar Gonzalez. BJ said anything from the 20 on in. It'll be 4th and 11. The Tarpons are keeping the offense on the field.
Look for a hard count.
Maybe get a little closer. Strong side of the field to the right. Tarpons in the gun. It is a straight drop for Ogeron. Throws it to the corner of the end zone, and it's a Tarpon touchdown! About a 16-yard pitch and catch to Terrence Petrie, and South Lafourche is on the board at 6-0. Just a little route to the corner of the end zone. Terrence was there. He had overshot him earlier in the drive, but he put that one right on the numbers, and it's 6-0 Big Blue.
Nothing simple, nothing fancy with that, Rob. Very simple. And Terrence beat his man to the corner, wide open.
Cesar Gonzalez on for the extra point try. The snap is there. The kick is up, and it's right down Broadway. So South Lafourche leads 7-0. They want the ball after winning the toss. They cash it in with 7 points. We'll be back in 1 minute on ESPN 100.3. So South Lafourche gets a blue boot bomb from Carson Ogeron and Terrence Petrie. They make it 7-0.
21-1 back deep.
Oh, 21-1 back. I didn't know what you were signaling for me. I said, what are you telling
We
me,
have
Brian?
no roster here.
Yeah. Bourgeois is back deep as well as Booty. Gonzalez's kick is going to be fielded at about the 13-yard line. Working up the field, bouncing outside is Bourgeois. He's going to be pushed out at about the 30. So pretty good kick coverage from the Tarpons. And Morgan City will take over there. It'll be Mancuso leading the offense out onto the field.
Nice job by Hughes for the Tarpons coming up with a tackle.
Tigers will play a 1st and 10 from the 30.
Tarpons go 9 plays, 67 yards. Terrence Petrie on the touchdown reception from Ogeron.
So the Tigers are in the gun. It's a closed-up shotgun set with 4 receivers, 2 on each side. It's a handoff off left tackle. Nice first down gain across the 35. That's number 23 on the carry, which is Kojo. Antonio Kojo, C-O-J-O-E. Picks up about 5.
That's the running back we were talking about in pregame. He can go if he gets to the outside.
See if the Tarpons could better corral him. And look, Morgan City trying to do the old assumption plan, running off tackle.
Yep.
8:17 and counting in the opening quarter. It's 7-0 Tarpons after the blue boot bomb. Mancuso in the gun, that same shotgun set. Handed to Kojo again, bounces outside. The Tarpons hit him and drop him short of the sticks, but he gains about 2. So it'll bring up 3rd and about a yard.
The receiver, the official on this side is going to give him the first down.
Wow, very friendly spot. Very, very friendly spot, but it is a first down for the Tigers. Yeah, he didn't get there. They put him to the 40. He didn't get there. But it is a first down for the Tigers nonetheless.
Tarpons did a good job of stopping the run up the middle, but the running back just bounced it outside, picked up enough yards for the first.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Tigers. Ball at their own 40. Mancuso in the gun with Kojo, sending Bourgeois in motion. He'll toss it to Bourgeois. Tarpons have some good pursuit there, but he slips through and gets about 5 yards out to the 45-yard line. So Morgan City just running outside and having some success. Number 6, Max Vedros on the tackle that time.
Haven Green did a good job for the Tarpons, just not letting the runner get to the outside, forcing everything back in where he has help.
We'll give him 6 on the runner to bring up 2nd and 4, 6:50 and counting in the opening quarter.
But for the Tarpons, that's just too much yardage on first down.
Yeah, Brian Kelly likes to say take the air out of the defense, meaning close up the open spaces. Tarpons got to do a better job of that. So does LSU, by the way. Mancuso drops back, throws it down the middle, caught. And it's a first down out to the Tarpon 38-yard line. That is number 24 on the catch. Maybe number 34. I don't have a 24 or a 34 on my program here, so we apologize. It was 24 on the grab. We have a program and we have a Max Preps roster, and neither one has a 24.
Mancuso did a great job putting that ball right on the money.
1st and 10. The Tigers are on the move at the 38-yard line. They handed to Kojo off left tackle, trying to bounce outside. Much better job by the Tarpons that time, stringing it out. He gained about a yard. Real good job. School of Tarpons there on the tackle, flying to the ball.
Kojo looking to turn it back on the inside. Tarpons doing a good job, again, keeping them on the inside, not letting them get to that outside.
5:54 and counting in the opening quarter. 7-0 Tarpons, but Morgan City on the move, playing a 2nd and 9 from the South Lafourche 37. Can the Tarpon defense get a tackle for a loss, which would be brought to you by the Terry L. III Foundation. It's a 3-4 receiver shotgun set. Trips to the right. Mancuso drops back, steps up, looking to run. He's dropped, and there is a stack. Number 26, Abram Berg, was the first guy there. And also number 60 for the Tarpons, Sawyer Wells, helped finish the play. That is a tackle for a loss, brought to you by the Terry L. III Foundation on cue.
Mancuso tried stepping up in the pocket, but the Tarpons are right there to get the sack, forcing a big third down play.
So great job by the secondary. That's Jakias Croissant, Dre Hughes, Landon Jarvis. 3rd and 11. Mancuso in a 4-receiver shotgun set. Drops back to throw, steps up, shoots it down the middle. It's caught, but dropped well short of a first down is Bourgeois. Very little gain. He got to about the 37 or so. So to bring up 4th and about 8, you figure the Tigers will go for it here, but it is not a ideal down and distance. Heck, 4th and about 9.
Once again, great coverage by the defensive backs. They were looking to get the ball downfield. He had to go to his safety guy for a short gain.
4:25 and counting in the opening quarter. Morgan City trying to get something going. It's 4th and 9. Big play here in the early stages. Mancuso in the gun. 4-receiver set. And Coach Trago will call a timeout to get his best play dialed up here. I think they're going to try to find something to get an athlete in space because, boy, that's been tough so far this drive. The Tarpons have been doing a good job in coverage.
Yeah, the defensive front's going to have to get pressure on that quarterback. You just can't let him sit back there in the pocket and wait for someone to get over. The Tarpons doing a good job of initially covering the guys in the secondary. But, Casey, you can't cover them forever. Yeah. So you're going to have to get some type of pressure.
And, look, I remember Mancuso last year and thought he was really good last season. And he's back this year, still only a junior. He's poised back there. He's well put together. The Max Preps roster says he's more than 200 pounds, 6'1". Let's see if he can make a play here. Obviously, the Tarpons' objective is simple. They want to get off the field, get the ball back to their offense. So, big play early on here. The ball's at the 37-yard line. The strong side of the field is to the left.
Got to be careful here. Coach Guidry comes with pressure at the break contain.
There are trips to the left. That is the strong side. Mancuso in the gun. Straight drop, steps up, throws it as far as he can. He's got a man wide open, but he dropped it. It was intended for number 3, number 1, Bourgeois, and he was wide open near the 10-yard line and maybe looked up the field. He dropped it. The Tarpons catch a huge break. They'll take over on downs. It'll be 1st and 10 from their own 37. South Lafourche caught a break there. Jamari Bias. Thank you, Truck. If he's not on the original roster, some tells me might be a 9th grader that they called up. Probably a young kid.
Incompletion gives the Tarpons great field position at the 37.
Yeah, it sure does. Ogeron and the crew will head back out. 1st and 10 with 4:07 to go. Strong side of the field to the right. Meathead with Ogeron. Ogeron drops back. It's a little bubble screen to Alamo. Alamo working upfield across the 40, across the 50, still running. Got blockers, and he's going to be pushed out. And a late flag will come in, maybe a little extracurricular on the shove. So it's a big gain, a Golden Motors first down, a Blue Boot bomb, and also maybe 15 more at the end. He got out to the 37-yard line, kind of got aggressively shoved out, and the officials are going to tack on 15 more. So the Tarpons are going to get the ball all the way down to the 22-yard line, and they'll be knocking on the door of the end zone already.
Great job by the offensive line, left side, getting out there on that screen pass. Alamo had tons of blockers out in front of him.
So we'll be 1st and 10 just outside of the Absolute Fitness red zone. It is an empty shotgun set, 5 receivers. Carson will be out there by himself. Strong side of the field to the right, 3:58 on a still clock. Tarpons shuffling some personnel around. They get Meathead back into the backfield. They hand it to him. Picking through the line. Short gain, but he does get into the red zone. He gets across the 20, so the Tarpons are in the Absolute Fitness red zone now. Gain of about 2 or 3.
Number 21, Landon Meathead.
I like that the PA guy here is calling him Meathead. They've been watching some tape. 2nd and 8. Tarpons are working quick, playing with tempo tonight. Strong side of the field to the right. Ogeron hands it to Dardar again. Picking through the line. Gets to about the 16. Another short gain. Picks up about 3 or 4. So to bring up 3rd and medium for the Tarpons.
Dardar, his vision is improving.
Yeah, week by week he's getting better, isn't he?
And using those big offensive linemen in front of him, and he's seeing where the hole opens up at.
3rd down and 4. The Tarpons are at about the 16-yard line. Man in motion is Berg. Ogeron play action, throws a screen to the sideline. DeCure dropped it. If DeCure could have slipped through that first tackle, he would have nothing but green grass, but the timing was a little bit off there, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Tarpons converted a touchdown on 4th down on the last drive. Let's see if they have some more magic here.
Look for Carson to keep it here.
I think that they're going to come with a hard count, see if they could get it for free first. Let's see. At the 16-yard line, strong side of the field to the right, 4 receiver set. Ogeron, straight drop, throws it down the middle, caught by Petrie, and he's got a 1st down. He's pushed out at about the 6-yard line. That is a Golden Motors 1st down and a great catch by Terrence. Very, very good catch there. Mark him out at the 5, and the Tarpons will play a 1st and goal from there. Talk about guys who are getting better every week. Well, number 3. Your sophomore receiver is getting better every week, too.
Yeah, it's a very good catch, and he knows what to do exactly when he catches the ball. He turns up the field and gets yards after the catch.
2:50 and counting on a rolling clock. Tarpons are in a power I set. They'll hand it to Berg, the first man through. Nope, Ogeron kept it.
Fumble.
And might have fumbled the ball. Yeah, Morgan City recovered the ball in the end zone. That'll be a touchback, and boy, that hurts. You get into the absolute fitness red zone and you score nada. You fumble the ball into the end zone, and the Tigers come away with it. Carson faked it to Berg, then ran behind Berg, and at some point that ball leaked out, and the Tigers recovered it in the end zone.
Yeah, Carson was in there. He was very close to the goal line, probably about the 2 or 3. I'm not sure what happened, if they knocked it out or he just dropped it. But the ball rolled straight into.
Yeah, so Morgan City playing a little aggressive there. They finally pulled it out.
The Tigers, Casey, but the Tigers get a break where the ball was recovered in the end zone for the touchback.
Yeah, they recovered that at the 1. It could have been big trouble. They're in the gun. Mancuso at the 20-yard line, 4 receiver set. Hands it off. Running back trying to bounce off tackle. Really nothing there. Max Vedros snubbed that one out. That is Kojo on the carry. Let's see if we credit that one as a tackle for a loss. Yeah, what the heck. We'll give it to him, even though it's pretty much no gain. That tackle for a loss brought to you by the Terry L. Hunter III Foundation.
45, Talon Dewey also doing a good job for the Tarpons coming up, making a stop.
That young defensive front without several key pieces. Going to have to get an update on BJ, what they're expecting. Hopefully, those are not season enders to Otan and Nelson. 4 receiver shotgun set, 1:50 to go in the opening quarter. Mancuso throws it to the sideline. It's going to be caught, working up the field, doing a lot of dancing, but really not going a whole lot of places. Gain about 3 is the receiver number 19 for the Morgan City Tigers. That is Lugier. He did a whole lot of running, but he didn't go a whole lot of places.
Yeah, he's trying to outfake the Tarpon defenders, and he was going left and right, juking left, juking here, and Haven Green did a good job.
Staying with it. 3rd and 6, an opportunity for the Tarpon defense to maybe force a punt.
One-on-one coverage at the top.
It is one-on-one coverage all to the left. Instead, it'll be a reverse, a little crisscross action, trying to bounce outside. They've got a first down. There's our guy Nuge on the carry, and he does have a first down out to the 32. You see some of the middle school teams run that little crisscross action. The Tigers hit him with it there. The misdirection creates a first down.
Landon Jarvis and Bruce came up and hit the running back really hard.
So Landon Jarvis, one of those guys playing both ways. He played some defense last year. The 32-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Tigers. The final stages of the first quarter. Mancuso steps up in the pocket, looking to run. Riding his blockers. He gets leveled on the sideline, but he gets a nice gain, though. Gain about 6-7 yards. Tell you what, Morgan City's got to be saying, hey, we can move the ball on these guys. They've had some success offensively. Gain of about 5 there.
Yeah, the Tarpons are not getting much pressure on the quarterback.
27 seconds to go in the opening quarter. The clock stopped because Mancuso was shoved out of bounds.
Strug made the point earlier, and again, our defensive backs are doing a great job in coverage.
And now the clock actually will roll, so it's 17 seconds and counting. Could be the last play of the first quarter. Trips to the right. Mancuso has all kinds of time. Throws it down the field. Incomplete. He had a man wide open. Haven Green lost his guy there, Nugent. Unfortunately, the ball was underthrown, or that would have been a huge gain. It falls incomplete. Tarpons again catch a little bit of a break there. It looked like Haven was in between, stepping up and trying to tackle the quarterback who he thought was going to run, or sticking with the guy, and just kind of got in between.
And Mancuso had a lot of room to run.
Yeah, he could have easily gotten the first down.
His receiver was no one 10 yards in coverage.
So trips to the right, 3rd and 5. Mancuso under a little pressure this time. He's hit and he's dropped. And the ball is out. Who's got it? That's the end of the first quarter, but we'll figure out who's got the ball. It is South Lafourche football. So the Tarpons get a tackle for a loss brought to you by the Terry L. Hunter III Foundation, and I think Miles Stelter found the football down there. They pulled it out. We'll be back in 1 minute with the start of the second quarter. It's 7 for the Tarpons, 0 for the Tigers. We'll be back on ESPN 100.3. Welcome back. South Lafourche just forced a turnover, which created a short field, which the Tarpons hope to turn into points as we start the second quarter. It's 7-0. Tarpons generated some pressure up the middle on Mancuso, and Miles Stelter, I believe, is the guy who came away with the football. He sure was fired up, for sure. I would think so. Our guy Corey Bro just missed a layup up here, y'all. Happens to the best of us. Tarpons have it at the Morgan City 33-yard line. Strong side of the field to the left. Tarpons are in the gun.
Double pass here?
Maybe. Would be a good time to call a trick play, wouldn't it? Carson, straight drop. Steps up, looking to run. He's got a lot of green grass. 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown. That is a 33-yard touchdown run from Carson Ogeron.
Give Colt DeCure lots of credit blocking downfield to spring Ogeron for that touchdown.
So Carson doing his best Jaden Daniels impersonation, using his feet, making a big play, and it's 13-0 South Lafourche on the first play of the second quarter. Well, that's backbreaking. Morgan City turns it over, and you score on the first play. Interesting. Even with Terrence Petrie back in the lineup, it is Titan Alamo holding on the extra points. Waiting, and a timeout called by South Lafourche. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. They got 11. Oh.
You learned that in kindergarten?
Look, dude, with some of the special team stuff we've seen in the last couple of weeks between high school and middle school, you never assume. I'll tell you during the commercial what was about to happen. we got some inside information. Don't want to leak it out here. But we just learned what happened. So it is now 13-0, and the Tarpons will attempt the extra point, we think. Snap is a little high, but it gets down. The kick is right down the middle. Good job by Cesar Gonzalez, and it's 14-0 Tarpons. Let's keep it right here. We just took a quarter break. Tarpons do what they have to do with the short field, take advantage. And Carson shows why he's one of the most explosive players in this district, making a big play with his legs.
Yeah, when he broke out the pocket, there was just no one there. They had one guy standing around the 5 that could have made a touchdown saving tackle, but Colt DeCure does a great job of blocking him, and it sprung Ogeron to go to extra 5 for the touchdown.
Tulane started at 6, right?
Yes.
Let me get a scoreboard update. Try to get some other scoreboard updates from games around the area. Those are all brought to you by 3T, home of the drive-through oil change. Our first scoreboard update will come from the world of college football, where I can tell you that Tulane leads Memphis 10-7, but Memphis is driving before halftime in Tulane territory. Hope you're right. Gonzalez will kick it away. Morgan City has a couple of guys back deep. I see number 1, that's Bourgeois, and number 23, that's our guy, Kojo. Looks like they'll kick this one to Bourgeois. Good kick. He'll be catching it about the 5-yard line, working up the field. He'll be hit near the 20, drop near the 25. So good job in kick coverage by the Tarpons that time. And a really good kick from Cesar, man. He's got a pretty big leg, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's getting the ball to about the 5 each time. That's a good job of kicking.
So 1st and 10 for the Tigers. Down 14-0. See if the Tarpons could get a defensive stop again, maybe even force a turnover. And Cuso will lead the troops back out onto the field. Still early in the second quarter, 11:45 to go. The shotgun set. Kojo in the backfield with Mancuso. It's going to be an outside sweep run. Cutting and getting a nice gain, getting a first down gain is going to be number 19. That's our guy. We've called out his name a couple times. New Jake picks up about 11. So it is a first down for the Tigers.
Kobe Bruce on the tackle.
BJ said in the pregame coaches interview, which was brought to you by Neil Small Engine, he said, we're missing Caden Jarvis on those outside runs. And there, Morgan City turns the corner. Unfortunately, Jarvis is going to be lost for the season. 1st and 10 from the 36. Another sweep run, the Bourgeois going to the right. He's hit by Haven Green, but thrown forward to about the 40. He was hit near the line of scrimmage, but then just kind of pushed forward with his momentum, picks up about 2 or 3. I'll give him 3 yards.
The Tigers are having success here on their first 2 run plays of this drive, but let's see if they go back to that pass game. The receivers were wide open.
Yeah, they've gotten behind the Tarpon defense a couple times. One was just a drop, and the other was an underthrow. 2nd and 7. Mancuso in a closed-up shotgun set. Only one outside receiver. They hand it off to Kojo, and he's going to lose his footing, and that tackle for a loss will be brought to you by the Terry L. Hunter III Foundation. We'll give the tackle to Tyrese Edwards, but really we credit the grass there because Kojo just kind of slipped. Was trying to plant his foot and bounce outside, and he just kind of tripped up.
Yeah, he tried to run up the middle, and there was no doing. He tried to get to the outside, and he just lost his footing.
So it'll be 3rd and 10 with 10:10 to go in the second quarter. 14-0, the Tarpons in front. Dre Hughes playing free safety. He moves from corner to free safety. Let's see if my guy Dre can get us a pick here. Third and 10, Mancuso. Straight drop, throws it out to the flats. There's Kojo, got to come up and make a tackle, and a good job by Tyrese Edwards doing exactly that. Tackling him in open space, keeping him to a gain of about just 1 or 2, and bringing up a 4th down for the freshman. That's a really good play there.
Yeah, that won't get it done for the Tigers right there. That was great coverage.
Thibodeau leads HL Bourgeois 7-0 on a touchdown pass to Kyron False. That scoreboard update brought to you by 3T, home of the drive-through oil change. Morgan City here will be punting it away. See who's back deep. That's not Terrence back there. Let's see. Kick is away. And it is Alamo back deep, and it'll roll out at the 30. So the Tarpons will take over there. Pretty good field position, 9:11 to go. South Lafourche offense has been methodical. They've needed to convert a couple of fourth downs here or there, but they have been methodical so far. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns. Well, no, I apologize. Not 2 drives, 2 touchdowns, but they turned it over once. So 3 drives, 2 touchdowns, but 3 drives moving the ball is, I guess, what I'm getting at. That'll lead us to 1st and 10 here. Will fatigue become a factor? That Morgan City defense has been on the field a lot.
I was getting ready to tell you that. They look tired.
Yeah, didn't like the way that they just took the field. 1st and 10. Ogeron on a straight drop. Steps up in the pocket, looking to run again. He's got a positive gain, bouncing outside, breaks a tackle, and he's hit and tripped up in there about the 37, 38-yard line, gain of about 7 or 8. So a good first down gain for Carson. I know what BJ's going to say. Young man, learn how to slide. To which Carson's response is always, "Nah, I'm good, coach. Thanks, though." Yeah, they don't like when he takes those hits, but he doesn't want to slide. He wants to deliver that blow. It is 2nd and 2. I think old 21's going to get the football here. Let's see if I'm right. Play clock down to 2. Tarpons just get it away. It's a straight drop for Ogeron. Steps up, and he's dropped. Number 7 on the sack. That's Michael Wilkerson. Brings him back. Not all the way to the original line of scrimmage, but pretty doggone close. It'll be 3rd and about 7 or 8. So good job by Wilkerson there, getting his paw on Ogeron, not letting go. 7:53 and counting on a running 2nd quarter clock. Tarpons looking to add to their lead, but they've got to convert a 3rd down. Strong side of the field to the right. There's 2 receivers on each side, 4 total. And they flinch, Morgan City does, but they don't come into the neutral zone. Play clock down to 4. BJ may need to call a timeout here. The Tarpons just get it off. Ogeron under a lot of pressure, steps up looking to run, breaking tackles. He's got a Golden Motors 1st down, and there he does get out of bounds and avoids any contact. But, Brian, there's one quarterback in this district who can make that play. Him. Well, I say that. Turner from Assumption is. But it takes a special player to make that play. Let's leave it at that.
Just his ability to make people miss is unreal.
It looked like he was in jail, looked like he was bottled up, and he just got out of the pocket and then wisely took his coach's advice and just V-lined out of bounds to the 45-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Tarpons. Ogeron, it's a design run, it's a draw. Pushing to about the 49-yard line. That's a big dude that just fell on him. Number 55, we'll tell you who that is. I've called out 55 a couple times tonight. That's one we have on our roster. Let's get a name for him. That is Cooks. How about this? You want to feed Cooks? 6'2", 351 listed on the roster. It's a lot of groceries, Bubba.
And all 351 fell on Carson.
Yep, landed flush on him. 6:26 and counting. Tarpons are being very methodical, controlling the clock. 2nd and 6. Ogeron play action. Will throw a slant, and it's incomplete. DeCure had his hands on it, but couldn't quite secure the catch. And it falls incomplete. Pretty good ball from Carson,
It
though.
looked like DeCure was running his route, then broke it off, and went back to running it.
Yeah. Don't know that he was necessarily expecting that one to come his way.
If it had stayed with the initial route, I think they'd have had a big play.
See if we could find old 13 down the seam. That has been one of the BJ Young specials this year. He is flanked out to the right. That's Camden Berg. Ogeron steps up in the pocket, now looking to run, and he's got another 1st down and gets out of bounds. Oh, they're going to maybe mark him out short. He might have stepped out short of the sticks, and if he did, it'll be 4th and very close. Tarpons will probably go for that. Yeah, you could hear the Tarpon coaches kind of grumbling and saying the same thing Truck said. They're going to put him out at the Morgan City 46-yard line, so it will be 4th and 1. Tarpons are quickly on the ball. with an I-form set. We come with the tush push here. Ogeron looking to the sideline. Berg is the first guy on the I. Meathead's the second guy. They're going to hand it to Berg. I don't know. It's going to depend on the spot. He fell forward. Maybe he got it. It's going to be really close. He didn't get a whole lot. He didn't need a whole lot. We'll wait the spot. And this is what frustrates you about that third down play, because everybody on the Tarpon sideline thought Carson got it. And then you say, oh, well, you just get it on fourth down. Well, now we're going to have to measure and see. They spotted the ball a little bit forward. It's in between the 46 and the 45-yard line. But looking at the sticks, I was going to say the sticks seem to be pretty close to the 45. I think he's short.
He's short.
Which leads to the question, if the sticks are on the 45 and the ball didn't get there, why are we even measuring this? But that's neither here nor there. But I think, Brian, I think you're right. I think he's going to be short.
The stick is right before the 45, but he'll be short, I think, by a quarter of a football.
So we'll see. They stretch it out. And he is short. Morgan City will take over on downs. So the Tarpons get stopped for the second time tonight, and that maybe a little bit of an errant spot comes back to bite South Lafourche there as they don't convert the fourth down play. And now you're Morgan City. You're down 2 scores, 5:57, getting the ball to start the third quarter. Suddenly things are not looking so bad if you could convert here on offense.
Yeah, this is a big point of the game here. If the Tigers can go and score right before half, and like you mentioned, get the ball.
And Cuso will be joined by our guy, Kojo, in a shotgun set. And Cuso will hand it outside on a sweep run. Cut back inside, hit and dropped, gain of about a yard. That was 21 on the carry. 21 is Bryson Booty. Gain of about 1. Good job by the Tarpon defense not letting him turn the corner and forcing it back inside where there's a lot of traffic.
Tarpon's doing a good job. You're right, forcing everything back to the inside.
We got a lot of meat on the inside. We like the action that happened there. Oh, my gosh, Sawyer Wells playing a lot of snaps tonight. He's in there on that nose. 2nd and 9. And Cuso flushed out to the right. He'll throw it as far as he can, and it's caught. Nope, falls out at the last second. Dre Hughes laid the lick and popped the ball out on our guy 24, Jamar Bias. He had it secured, but Dre made some contact and popped that ball out. Good job by Dre, and it's 3rd and 9.
And look, we got to get some pressure. These defensive backs can't cover for that long of a period of time. We got to get some pressure.
Yeah, the Tarpons it's been hit or miss. They either get a ton of pressure and get the sack, or they don't get any at all. It's been kind of boom or bust.
And it's 3 receptions that the Tigers could have had.
3rd and 9. Ball at their own 47, Mancuso. There's that little crisscross again. The Tarpons are all over it this time. Throwing for a loss. Kobe Bruce on the stop. That tackle for a loss brought to you by the Terry L. Hunter III Foundation. So much for scoring before the half. It's a 3-and-out drive. The punt team is on the field for the Tigers. Great job by the Tarpon defense there. They fell forward the first time, but not the second time. Number 14, Jairo Gomez will be punting it away. Titan Alamo standing at his own 10-yard line. Titans expecting a really good kick. And it is not a really good kick. It's a wobbly kick towards the sideline that'll roll out of bounds at about the 27-yard line. So the Tarpons now will have 4:33 and I believe all 3 timeouts to maybe make something happen before the half. I didn't feel like this game's just zooming by, boy. I feel like we've barely taken any commercials.
Yeah, it is, but they may start dragging here. See if the Tarpons get back to the run game with Dardar.
Yeah. I think.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, I think BJ and the crew want this to be the last possession of the half for either side. I think they want to try to control the clock here.
Yeah, and coming into the game, they knew it would be tough running with all these guys in the box. But
you got them worn down now.
timeout.
Morgan City will call a defensive timeout. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They got 10. That's why they call it defensive timeout. That'll do it. Somebody would have been unguarded.
And the 10 guy ran on late, so
Yeah.
still won't
So they
show.
had 9 at first. Yeah. Defense is hard enough with 11, much less with 9.5. That's their second timeout of the half, so they've got 1 remaining. We'll keep it right here. Boy, scoreboard updates have been few and far between, but I could tell you that we've got several games in our area that have gone final because they were played last night. Destrehan got a win over Tarpons last night. Let's see. That was 38-7. Vanderbilt beat South Terrebonne 41-14 last night. Houma Christian School beat Riverdale 28-21. Fletcher defeated Hanville 14-7. All of those scoreboard updates are brought to you by 3T, home of the drive-through oil change.
Halftime score: Memphis 14, Tulane 10.
Row. Hopefully the Wave could bounce back in the second half. Coach Prime, the poor Colorado team having to play at 9 o'clock tonight. Poor guys playing a night game.
In their first, Fresno State and Utah State tied up at 7.
Here we go. 1st and 10 for the Tarpons. Carson will throw a bubble that's nearly intercepted. Ooh. DeCure got his hands on it, but then he kind of popped it up in the air, and 83 for Morgan City nearly had himself a pick 6. 83 for Morgan City would be one Mr. Jaron Hayes, a freshman defensive back. Nearly walked into the end zone there.
He had it, didn't have it. Had it, did not have it.
I'll tell you something. Tarpons up 14-0. Tarpons are dodging some bullets here in this first half. Morgan City's had some drops. 5 receivers, shotgun set. Carson comes with a hard count. Play clock down to 8, making some audibles at the line of scrimmage. Straight drop for Carson. Flushed out. Looking to turn the corner. And he's not going to get anywhere. He loses yardage back out to the 25-yard line. So a good job in pursuit by number 7, Michael Wilkerson. And now the Tarpons will play a 3rd and long.
O'Donnell's a sack.
Yep, the Tigers get a sack. Tell you what, that initial rush from Morgan City tonight ain't been bad. They've done a pretty good job. Into the first quarter, Thibodeau 7, Bourgeois 0. We thank Damien for that scoreboard update, which is brought to you by 3T, home of the drive-through oil change. 3rd and 12, Carson Ogeron with a fake and a pass down the field that is intercepted. Terrence Petrie was trying to pull it away from Anthony Bourgeois, but Bourgeois grabs it, and he will have it at the 50-yard line. Carson had Terrence, but boy, he just underthrew it. If he throws that ball a little farther, T could have maybe made a play. But now here you set up that situation again. Morgan City with 3:58 to go has the ball at midfield. Made a nice play. Another scoreboard update. Thanks again to Damien. In the second quarter, E.D. White 21, Donaldsonville 0.
Surprised it's that close.
1st and 10 for the Tigers. Mancuso play action. Throws it as far as he can. He's got a man, but it's overthrown. Bourgeois just got the interception, and maybe he lost a little bit of gas there because he didn't look like he was flying down the field. Look at him. He's gassed. He's tired.
Look, Tarpons are up 14-0.
It's sloppy.
This has not been pretty.
Yeah, it's sloppy. You've turned it over twice. You're taking advantage of a couple of drops from them. And, yeah, this is not your best football here.
Receivers are getting behind all DBs.
Bourgeois does check out of the game, by the way. He was a little gassed after the pick. I think if he would have been full strength, that could have maybe been a different story. 2nd and 10. Kojo in the backfield with Mancuso. Handed to Kojo, and he's tripped up near the line of scrimmage. Who is that? That is 45.
Yes.
That is Talendue. Good tackle. Good open field tackle, shoestring tackle. Got him by the ankles, gained him about a yard. Oh, the Tarpons are playing the chop, making me want to vomit.
Well,
For those of you who are listening that don't know the backstory, I have nothing against the Tarpon band. They're amazing. That's a fight song of the Atlanta Braves who lost and got knocked out of the playoffs yesterday. So it's just a sore subject for me.
One case, you just predicted they were going to win the World Series.
That's a lie, and you know that's a lie, because I didn't even predict them to win the series.
Come on.
3rd and 9, Mancuso.
Holden
Steps up, throws it as far as he can. He's got a man. It is caught out of bounds. Boy, the Tarpons are dodging bullets. They are made of Teflon tonight. Nugier just ran that one too far wide, out of bounds, but again, taking the top off of the defense, and it falls incomplete. Tigers are going to bring their punt team out. They're going to complete one of those at one point, man. How many can they muff?
That's 5.
Yeah, that's 5 missed opportunities. Be a drop pick 6, be it drop passes down the field. Alamo standing at the 15. Who's the second returner? Is that Angelette? It's a snap on the punt. Kick is away. It's a pretty good punt. Alamo will catch it, make a man miss, and work up the field. 25. Bouncing out to the 30, and he'll be pushed out there. So a good job by Titan. A, catching the ball. B, making the first guy miss. And then C, working up the field. Great job all around there by Titan. That's not an easy thing to do. And again, the Tarpons have all 3 timeouts with 2:44 to go. Oh, I'm sorry, 2 timeouts with 2:44 to go. My apologies.
Still have a lot of time here. They can come down and get another touchdown before halftime.
Yep, for sure. I am a little surprised, though, to your point that you mentioned earlier, that really not trying to establish the run a whole lot, just kind of relying on the pass. Morgan City, though, does have everybody at the line of scrimmage. Here they'll hand it to Dardar, and very minimal gain, about a yard. You just wonder if, with as aggressive as the Tigers are, if you could run some sort of screen or something, just let them in and then just throw it over their head. Maybe you can have a lot of green grass.
Well, they did run a couple of screens early and had success.
See, maybe they dial that up here. 2:17 and counting. Trips to the left. Ogeron on a straight drop. And down he goes. He is swallowed up. Number 55. There's that big boy. We've called out his name a couple of times tonight. There's our big 300-pounder dropping Carson. That is Dakari Cooks. And it's 3rd and a long way now. And the Tarpons, I think, are just kind of taking the air out of the clock here.
Your screen maybe coming up here.
Ogeron, an empty shotgun set. All the receivers to the left. That's a double pass. The Cure will throw it to Ogeron, and Ogeron is going to work up the field, but the Tarpons missed a dead red touchdown. He threw it to Carson, and it was complete, but Titan Alamo was running free, wide open, and that would have been a Tarpon touchdown if the Cure would have seen it. Instead, it's a gain of just about 5 or 6, and it'll be 4th and 11 for the Tarpons. Coach just got to see the field a little better there, because he could have underhand tossed it to Titan and he would have walked in. I think South Lafourche is going to just run the play clock down and then punt it away. The play clock's still at 18, the game clock at 1 minute. They're lining up like they're going farther. It's 4th and 11. I don't think they're actually going to snap it unless if Carson's going to punt it, which he is a little deeper than normal. So he does take the snap and he does punt it away. High kick. That'll take a nice Tarpon roll, and it'll be down at about the 35-yard line. So the Tarpons will have to defend for 37 seconds. Morgan City has 1 timeout, but the story of the half is missed opportunities both ways, man. South Lafourche hasn't converted a couple times. You fumble into the end zone, miss a wide-open guy down there. Morgan City having some drops. I'll just tell it like it is. Neither team really playing all that well here in the first half. It's kind of been a struggle.
Yeah, I would agree. I mean, right here, you cannot let them get behind you.
See if defensive backs maybe drop back a little bit knowing that, but nope, they're still on the ball, playing press. And Cuso with trips to the right. They'll throw it deep down the field. They've got a man, and it's going to be caught. At the 30-yard line, number 5, Duga. I just don't know why you're playing press when you've got the whole field to defend and only 40 seconds to defend, and they got behind you there. Now the ball's at the 28-yard line. He did get out of bounds. 30 seconds for the Tigers. Now you're going to have to cheat the cornerbacks up a little bit because you have less field to defend. See if the Tarpons could get a rush. That's a false start. There have been a couple of times tonight where I thought it was pretty close and they got away with it. Maybe that time they didn't. Mr. Gunn will zap them with the false start. Chuck, what did you say last night, Mr. Danny Gunn? 48 years? Wow. That's a long time. Wow. 48 years of service, and we thank him so much. Still going strong. 2 nights in a row. We had him last night and tonight. 1st and 15 for the Tigers. Mancuso pressured. He'll step up. He'll throw as far as he can, and it's incomplete. Jakias Cresson was there in coverage, as well as Tyrese Edwards. The timing of that one just was not very good.
Mancuso has 20 yards at least. He could have ran the ball.
I don't know why he's not running. I also don't think that last play only took 1 second off the clock, by the way, because it was 30 seconds before the play. It's 29 now. But that's neither here nor there.
Boy, he ran that route fast.
Yeah, that was a blur. It only took a half a second. 2nd and 15, trips to the right. Mancuso flushed out to the right. Now coming back to the left. He's hit but breaks a tackle. And now he's going to be dropped inbounds. So a great job by the Tarpons keeping him inbounds. And they'll have to call their last timeout with 17 seconds to go before a 3rd down play. So it's 3rd and 13 for the Tigers. Better job in coverage down the field that time. But also, as we've been talking about throughout the half, the Tarpons got a little rush that time, too.
Yeah, they had a little bit of pressure, forced them out of the pocket. And there, Mancuso decides to run the ball when they had more defenders to stop him.
But when he has 20 yards of green grass.
Yeah, he doesn't. But we take it, though.
Yep, for sure. And he did make a cardinal mistake there at the end of the play. He had an opportunity to go out of bounds, did not, and caused his team to have to use their last time out. Now here, pretty much anything in bounds is going to be the end of the half because they're not going to be able to clock it unless if it's a 1st down. Unless if they get across the 1st down sticks, then they could clock it. 3rd and 13 at the 31-yard line.
Well, what you do here, you get a receiver on the short side of the field, have them run across the field, and Mancuso roll to that wide side of the field and try and hit him on a deep crossing route.
Could be. They've got trips to the left side of the field. That's the weak side of the field. 1 receiver to the strong side of the field. Mancuso throw it as far as he can. Tarpons got some coverage there. That's incomplete. No chance there. That one was intended for our guy Bias, but Jarvis was there on the coverage, and Morgan City Arena had no shot there. It'll be 4th and 13 with 11 seconds to go. So you got to hold them down for one more play. They're shuffling some personnel. Are they going to try a field goal here?
Yes.
Wow, they're going to try a 48-yard field goal. Let's see if the Tarpons could maybe get a block. Gomez. South Lafourche will call a timeout either to make sure that they've got everybody on the same page or to maybe ice the kicker. But, bro, a 48-yarder at the high school ranks, that's a lot. Yeah, I tend to think that you're right. Now, look, something South Lafourche is doing. Number 10's on the field to go catch that ball. If it's short, maybe Carson could make something happen. Mr. Alabama, do you remember when Auburn did that to you?
I sure do.
So we'll see. They're going to attempt a 48-yard field goal. And if he doesn't get it there, just looking at the personnel that they've got, and if Carson catches this, no one's going to catch him. So we'll see. The snap is there. The kick is up, and it's going to be no good, but it does get into the end zone. It is way wide left. Didn't quite have the leg either. So it's 6.2 seconds to go in the half. The Tarpons will take over at the 20-yard line, and you figure just be take a knee and go to halftime. But Tarpon defense got put in a hole, and they get away with not giving up anything. So good job there by Coach Bryce and his crew. And we suspect this will be the last play of the first half.
They're gonna run the ball.
Yeah, just something safe.
Yeah.
If you break it, you break it. In the shotgun. They'll hand it to Dardar. And he will get 5-6 yards, and then we'll call it a day. So at halftime, here from Morgan City, the Tarpons have a 14-0 advantage in a first half that, quite frankly, was a little bit sloppy from both sides. Let's go ahead and take a 4-minute halftime break, pay some of those bills, but frankly, we didn't have very many commercials in the first half. When we get back, Brian and I will tell you about some of the things we've seen on the field. Tarpons are up 2 touchdowns on ESPN 100.3. All right, let's start the second half. Tarpons will be kicking from left to right. Cesar Gonzalez will have the ball at the 40-yard line. Morgan City thought that they were going to be going the opposite way, so the teams have reversed field.
Truck, what about an onside kick right here to start this half?
Sean Payton over here.
Yeah.
Sean Payton is actively seeking a new quarterback. He is miserable in Denver right now. The guys seem ready to go, but the clock is still not set. It's still at halftime mode. I think we're going to fix that right now.
Nope.
Yeah, Mr. Gunn saying, hey, nope, we're not ready to go. Now the clock is ready, and so are the officials. Well, never mind. Now they're not ready. We'll have a brief conference, and then we'll be playing. It's Dominic's papa who has caused the stoppage.
Don't they have like a communication system?
Yeah, that's a good point. I do think that some of the crews do have like wireless communication, but I don't think we have that tonight because we have seen them get together. And
I really hope we don't, because he
running a long way. Technology is crazy. It's crazy the things that you could do. The fact that right now we are connected through this little antenna and we're sending this audio all the way around Southeast Louisiana is crazy to me.
They do have a wireless system.
Around the world, that's exactly right. It's unbelievable. Anyway, we've got it figured out, and Cesar's got the ball on the tee, and we party on here in the third quarter with a line drive kick that'll be picked up by Bourgeois around the 10-yard line. Bourgeois trying to bounce outside. He's got a wall. He's got a wall across the 30, across the 40. He's going to be pushed out of bounds. Nope. Yeah, he is going to be pushed out of bounds near midfield. Tarpons never actually tackled him. Fortunately, just stepped out of bounds near midfield. Great starting field position for the Morgan City Tigers. You could see as soon as he caught the ball that he had that wall set up. And the Tigers will play it 1st and 10 from the 50-yard line.
He had one of his blockers in front of him. He actually pushed his blocker down.
He did. Yes, he did. Does it count as a pancake if you knock your own guy down? 1st and 10 for the Tigers. First official play from scrimmage of the third quarter. Mancuso in the gun. Only one receiver out there. It's going to be a toss play out to the right. Tarpons looking to string it out. Good open field tackle from number 11, Landon Jarvis, making the tackle on Kojo, keeping him to just about a 4-yard gain. If he doesn't make that tackle, it would have been a big play.
What a great job by Landon Jarvis coming up, making that tackle.
Yeah, he looked smooth there. That was a really good open field tackle. Bring up 2nd and 6 for the Tigers. Ball across midfield. Toss it the other way to Kojo, trying to bounce outside. He's got a little seam, and he's got a first down across the 40. Tarpons there on the outside, just not taking the best angles there. Tyrese Edwards looked like he could have maybe came up and made a play, but just didn't take a great angle, and it will be a first down right back at the 40-yard line. So Morgan City on the move after the kick return. But, boy, it feels like they've been at, like, the Tarpon 35-yard line all night and just have not been able to really get it any closer. Let's see if South Lafourche could stiffen up. Cuso hands it to Kojo. Nice gain, about 5, 6, 7 yards across the 35. Number 60, Sawyer Wells on the stop, but he picked up about 7. I see Coach Bryce Guidry on the field hollering. He's not happy with his defense right now. Morgan City has run a toss to the left, a toss to the right, and then a dive up the middle, 3 run plays, and they've all been pretty successful.
Now let's see if they go back to the wide side of the field.
That would be the right side of the field. They've got 2 receivers that way, 2 to the left side. Single back set. It's a quarterback sneak. Mancuso's going to actually get a nice gain across the 25. Tarpon defense got to wake up. This has not been a great start to the half for them. Just kind of getting pushed around a little bit by Morgan City. The ball's at the 23-yard line. 9:53 and counting in the third quarter. The Tigers looking to get on the board and make this a 1-score game. And Cuso delivers the play to his team. Now they get to the line of scrimmage. He's in the gun with Kojo. Ball kind of in the left center hash, strong side of the field to the right. There's no receivers that way. Tarpon show blitz. It's a toss out to the left. Kojo cuts back in, and he's going to fall forward across the 15. And he might have a first down on first down. Morgan City just getting outside, getting to the third level. Tarpons are not stringing those plays out. The Tigers are knocking on the door. 9:14 and counting.
But it looks like they're going to go to the outside. Tarpons are there, and they cut up the field, and they're picking up possible yards.
1st and 10. Tarpon showing an inside blitz. It's an inside handoff. Very little gain. Stelter's there. He got across the 10, so he got a little more than I thought. Gain of about, we'll give him 3. Heck, we'll give him 4. Very nice game. He's got a nice surge at the end of the play. Yeah, there they'll mark it. Yeah, I was about to say that's more like it. He got about 2.5, 3. That's what I thought initially. Then when I saw where they put the chains. But he is at the 9-yard line. 2nd and 8. Strong side of the field to the right. Kojo's been doing all the work this drive. They toss it to him on the left side this time, and Stelter hits him, and they'll drop him. Very short gain. I like the toss plays, but I don't like the toss plays to the weak side of the field there. Kojo just didn't have any room to run. It was easier for the Tarpons to string it out.
Yeah, a lot of times you think you have better angles running that to the short side of the field.
We got it to the 7, gain of about 2. So we'll bring up 3rd and about, 6.5 or so.
I would sell out on the defense here to the wide side.
That is the right side of the field. 7:50 and counting. Morgan City trying to get back in it. They got the opening kickoff, drove it to midfield, and have pushed it inside the 10-yard line. Mancuso in the gun. Man in motion is Bourgeois. They'll toss it to Bourgeois wide. Looking to turn the corner. He's tripped up. A great open field tackle by Jarvis, and he really didn't get a whole lot there. Pretty much no gain, which will bring up 4th down. They'll give him about a yard, so it'll be 4th and about 5. Can the Tarpon defense get off the field on 4th and 5? And another really good open field tackle by Jarvis there.
See if Mancuso is going to go ahead and keep this one.
Play clock down to 10. They're still not out of the huddle. 4th down and about 4.5. An offsides penalty would be a first down. Mancuso will have to go back 5 yards because their slot receiver, Anthony Bourgeois, was headed down the field before the snap. That is a huge penalty on Morgan City. Remember in the pregame interview when Coach Trago said we're just trying to reverse the momentum and the karma, and those are the types of things that Morgan City has historically done. You get a little success, then you shoot yourself dead in the foot. And now instead of 4th and 4, it's 4th and 9.
Figured they got to have a little wrinkle off of these little toss plays they've been running.
Let's see. And Cuso with a straight drop under pressure throws it a fade to the end zone, and it's incomplete. The only person with a chance to catch it was Jacques Brisson. It falls incomplete. Turnover on downs. The Tarpon defense holds firm. The pass was intended for number 5, Dugas, but Jacques was all over that one. Great coverage by the Tarpons. Thought for a second Jacques would actually intercept it, but Dugas kind of pulled it away from him at the last second. Now, look, this has been a storyline all year. Tarpon offense in the second half has not always performed. You're in a hole here. Can you sustain some drives, work some clock? You're inside your own 10-yard line. Ogeron in the gun with Meathead. Handed to Meathead a nice first down gain across the 15. That's more like it. Pick up about 5 or 6 yards. It was a quiet first half for Dardar. See if we could get him going. That was a good first down gain there.
Tarpon's going to try and pick the tempo up on offense.
2nd and 5. 6:23 and counting in the third quarter. Ogeron handed to Dardar. Not much. The ball's out.
He fell on it, I think.
And they're still fighting for it. I think the Tarpons do have it. Let's see.
Yeah.
Yep, South Lafourche has it, but boy, that was very risky and very dangerous. Dardar had been doing a better job in recent weeks of protecting the football, but boy, that could have been a big one. No gain on the play will bring up 3rd and 5.
Like Carson be able to come up with the football.
Johnny on the spot. So great play by Ogeron to preserve possession. 3rd and about 6 or 7. They move the sticks back. Ogeron a straight drop, throws it down the middle, or to the sideline rather, and it's Terrence Petrie. And it is a Golden Motors first down. Terrence knew exactly where the sticks were on the out route, and he needed 7. He got 8. It's Golden Motors first down, but I see Terrence walking gingerly off the field. Hopefully he's okay. Yeah, he's kind of limping off the field, isn't he? We'll keep our eyes on that, see if he gets back out there. 5:23 to go in the third quarter. 1st and 10 for the Tarps. Ogeron hands it to Dardar. Just not much, boy. Morgan City doing a good job. Number 3, Seth Hepler, was one of the first guys there. We get about a half a yard. No gain. They'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Not getting that push up front right now.
Yeah, and to be fair, I mean, look, the farthest defender away from the line of scrimmage is 5 yards off the line of scrimmage. They're all there. They're all in the middle. 2nd and 10. Ogeron hands it to Dardar. Nothing. Swallowed up. Gained about another yard. Tarpon's got to figure a way to make this defense longer and have to defend more of the field. Because right now, it's like every play is a goal line play for Morgan City. Everybody's at the line of scrimmage. You got to make them pay for that. It'll be 3rd and 9. Ogeron. Waiting on the shotgun snap. He's got it. Straight drop under some pressure. Steps up, looks to run. He's hit. He's dropped. Tarpons got to punt it away. Number 18 on the sack. That's Lamarian Griffin. And South Lafourche's woes tonight continue. It has not been a good night for the Tarps, though they have the 14-point lead. They're just struggling through this one. 3:36 to go in the third quarter. Now you need a good punt from Nicholas Coleman. Coleman will be standing right at about the 1 yard line. Anthony Bourgeois will be at Tarpon 44-yard line. If ever you need a Nicholas to lean into one, it's right here. Snaps a little low, but gets to him, and they nearly block it. Line drive kick. That will take a little bit of a Tarpon roll before it will be down at the 43-yard line. Nicholas did a good job just getting that one off. Because Morgan City had some pressure. Morgan City's got to be so frustrated. They have been in Tarpon territory all night and have just not been able to convert. Yeah, maybe got a fingertip on it. And this drive will start at the 43-yard line. Mancuso with Kojo trips to the right.
Tarpons are confused on defense.
Straight drop for Mancuso. Under pressure, will be flushed out. He will be hit and will still drive across the 40, still pumping his legs. My goodness, somebody tackle, please. He gets across the 30. That's a 15-yard gain. I thought it was going to be a sack, but he just drug everybody for 15 yards. Mancuso with a run that might inspire his sideline a little bit with 2:49 to go in the third quarter. Good hard running from the quarterback there. First and 10 for the Tigers. Ball at the 27-yard line, 2:30 and counting. And Mancuso will toss it to Kojo. Kind of loses his footing, but gets back his balance and bounces outside, and he will get inside the 10 again. And nearly got to the goal line. Boy, it looked like he was tripped up, regained his balance, and then bounced outside, and the Tarpon defense was not there. It'll be first and goal at the 5. Brian, Morgan City's outplaying South Lafourche in this third quarter by a lot.
They are.
The ball's at the 3-yard line, first and goal. In a third quarter that, frankly, has been controlled by the guys in black. Under center, Mancuso will keep it on a sneak. They're pushing him.
He's in.
And Brian thinks he's in. The officials are converging. He's in. Morgan City has scored. It is 14-6 with 1:56 to go in the third quarter. And now that South Lafourche sideline that looks kind of flat right now, not a lot of emotion. They're going to have to find a spark here because Morgan City is starting to believe. We wait the extra point try from Gomez. They tried a 50-yard field goal. You figure extra points are probably pretty routine for him. Snap is there, kick is up, and it is right down the middle. So the Tigers shave 7 points off the deficit. It's 14-7. We'll be back in 1 minute on ESPN 100.3. $14-7 the score. Morgan City has controlled most of the third quarter. They finally punch it in. And we await the kickoff. Morgan City only had 10. Now they rush to 12. How do they tell them that? It's not their job to coach the team. Let them play with 10 if they go on the field with 10.
I agree. I don't know why.
Yeah, I don't understand that. There's the kick. Bounces at the 30, picked up at the 30. Tarpons work up the field. And we dropped at the 36. That's Camden Berg on the return. Let's see if the Tarpon offense can find a little spark, boys. It's been tough sledding tonight. Carson will lead the guys back out. You're having a hard time running right now, and you're having a hard time protecting them to throw it. Morgan City is playing that very aggressive defense. Everybody's within 5-6 yards of the line of scrimmage. They don't have a free safety or anything. If you pop the line, you're going to get a big play.
Tarpon's going to strike quick.
Trips to the right. Ogeron, straight drop. Flushed out, looks to run, makes a man miss. He's across midfield. So Carson does it with his legs there, gets a Golden Motors first down, pick up about 15 yards. Didn't have a great pocket there, but he did step up and found a crease and got the ball across midfield. It is a Golden Motors first down. 1:40 and counting in the third quarter. Strong side of the field to the right. Tarpon's in the gun. Handed to Dar. Nice. Oh, there he goes. 40, 35-30. Tripped up at the 25. We mentioned all you got to do is break the line of scrimmage. Tarpons broke the line of scrimmage there, and if not for Anthony Bourgeois making a tackle, Meathead might have scored there. But the Tarpons push it to the 24-yard line. 2 plays, 2 Golden Motors first downs. Now let's see if we could get into the Absolute Fitness red zone. First and 10 for South Lafourche. Ball at the 24-yard line. Ball right in the middle of the field. There's 2 receivers to the left. Now only one was Petrie's in motion. They handed to Dar, and he didn't get much of anything. Tell you what, South Lafourche is having a whale of a time blocking old number 55 tonight for Morgan City. The big boy that we've shouted out a couple times, the Kyrie Cooks. He threw him for a loss there. South Lafourche is having a hard time blocking him. Second and 11. Ogeron, play action, flushed out, looking to turn the corner. He's dropped. He's sacked at the 33-yard line. Tarpon offense has mostly just been, hey, Carson, go run for your life out there. And in this second half, it has not worked. They don't have to run another play. They can take this to the quarter if they want. It's going to be 3rd and about 20 when play resumes.
Yeah, please get it to the quarter.
A third quarter that has saw the Tarpons really not play some good football is going to come to an end here. Now they're going to maybe try to run a play. They don't. They do get it off. Carson will throw it as far as he can down the field. Got it! Berg makes the catch. That is a blue boot bomb to Camden Berg at the 6-yard line. And that'll bring us to the end of the third quarter with our score. South Lafourche 14, Morgan City 7. We'll be back in 1 minute. Put on your seatbelts. We've got a good one on ESPN 100.3. Took full advantage Now you got to play a 1st and goal, and you got to punch it in here.
And a great catch by Camden Berg.
Oh, yes. Beautiful play from Camden. Tarpons are in an eye. You remember you turned it over in the red zone earlier tonight. Boy, you'd love to have that score. Hand it off to Dardar. Really not much. You could probably kick a field goal from here, but boy, just morale-wise, you want to punch this into the end zone. It's going to be 2nd and goal from about the 6-yard line.
See if Terrence Petrie can get open.
Terrence has been the sure-handed possession receiver tonight. He has 1 touchdown on the night. Tarpons still in that eye. Do they bootleg Ogeron out? They do. He rolls out to the right, and he'll throw it to the corner of the end zone. Wide open, Camden Berg. That's a blue boot bomb and a Tarpon touchdown. That one was stealing right there. That was wide open. Everybody sold out to the run. Camden snuck into the corner of the end zone. And the Tarpons take the score back and add a touchdown to the tally. It's 20-7 pending the extra point try. Good play design there from BJ and the offensive staff.
So they'll be strike quick. That was a 7-play drive.
Yeah, they sure did. Now we await Cesar's extra point. Snap is there. Kick is up. It looks like it's right down the middle, and it is. So we just had the quarter break, so we'll keep it here. The Tarpons add a touchdown on Carson Ogeron's 2nd touchdown pass of the game. It was a blue boot bomb to Berg. And look, man, you're not playing your best, but good teams battle back through adversity. Morgan City scores, you come right back and score. That's good to see.
Tarpons go with 63 yards.
Now let's see if your defense can get a stop. And I think it starts on this special teams play. The last drive, or last time you kicked it, they ran it to the 50. Got to do a little better job than that. 21-7 our score, 11:20 to go. Still a lot of game left here from St. Mary Parish. On a beautiful night for some football here in Morgan City.
Right, you've noticed. Get them on the field.
Yeah, it's taking a little while for the kick crew to get out there. I thank everybody for listening tonight on ESPN 100.3. Cesar Gonzalez has the ball on the tee, kicking from right to left. Let's see if the kick coverage crew could go and make the play. Cesar kicks it away. A little pop-up kick. That'll bounce right at the feet of the return man. He's looking to turn the corner, be hit and dropped near the 30. Well, still going, but now he would drop to the 32-yard line. That was 23 on the return, which is Kojo. That's not Kojo. I must have the number.
Maybe 21 possibly.
Yeah, Booty. Yeah, let's say that ain't Kojo. So Booty on the return, and Morgan City will start at about the 33-yard line. Figure they need points the rest of the way. Possessions are going to be limited with 11 minutes left. You're down 2 scores. You pretty much got to cash in every time you got it.
Just do not give up the big play.
Mancuso in the gun with Kojo. Toss it to Kojo, looking to bounce outside, and he'll be shoved out of bounds through the 39-yard line. Minimal gain, but got some good positive yards, about 5 yards. There's a flag at the 32. Was a receiver maybe holding? Waiting for Mr. Gunn's signal, but it looks like everybody's going backwards.
Yeah. Even the official.
So it is a block in the back on Morgan City. Boy, that hurts. It'll bring up 1st and 20. Thanks to Coach Case for another scoreboard update. Central Catholic leads Berwick 21-0 late in the 4th quarter. So, boy, kudos to Coach Grogan and his team. They're going to get a big win against a 3A opponent tonight.
Ball should be at 23.
Yeah, they marked it off more than 10. Back in the day, this is where the ball would have been. It's 10 yards from the spot. But now they followed the NFL rules. When the flag is behind the line, it's just a 10-yard penalty. So I think the ball needs to come up a little bit. if I'm not mistaken. But then again, we saw a 4th and 6 with a 5-yard penalty turn into a first down this week. So I've stopped trying to guess. Stop trying to guess.
One official knows the rule. A couple of them do not, and he's trying to plead his case.
Yeah, I now look. Now, with that having been said, I know that they changed that rule for a holding foul. I don't know about blocking the back. Maybe it's different for different penalties. I don't know.
Well, then we don't know the rule.
Yeah, does the ball stay in there? So there you go. It'll bring up first and about 22 or so. Might just be for holding fouls. Mancuso in the gun. Throw it to the sideline, and the Tarpons will intercept that one easily. Coming down the field is Jarvis. Will he score? He's got a wall. He's going to be tripped up at about the 2-yard line. Jarvis making the interception. And, boy, the Tarpons are feeling good about it now. At 11:05 to go, Landon Jarvis gets an interception and nearly a house call. And South Lafourche will play a 1st and goal. And, boy, I don't know what Mancuso saw there. He didn't have anybody open, and Jarvis was the only guy there. Yeah. Jarvis pushes it to the 1-yard line. South Lafourche maybe trying to drive that final stake through. He's about the 1.5 yard line. Figure that power eye set will come in. Nope, I'm wrong. Tarpons in the gun. Morgan City rushing an 11th defender, Torres, late. The officials see it. This is going to be offsides on the Tigers. They're going to stop the run, but Torres was in the Tarpon backfield before the ball was snapped. So this is going to be offsides or 12 men on the field, one or the other. It's going to be a penalty on the Tigers. So we figure a foul on Morgan City would mark it to the 1/2 yard line. We think the foul's on Leonardo Torres, who was running on the field and was on the Tarpon side of the line of scrimmage when the play was snapped. Yep, there it is. It's going to be called a legal substitution. It could have been offsides. It could have been whatever, but in legal substitutions to call. So they move the ball up a 1/2 yard.
Why is the clock started? The clock is starting.
And Tarpons will take it. Do they push him in? Under center. And in motion. Handed to Dardar. Nope, he lost yards. Didn't get in. Tarpons are just not getting that push up front like we've seen. Like last week against Assumption, you had such a big day on the ground. Today it has been a struggle. 10-28 and counting in the 4th quarter. South Lafourche looking to go up 3 scores, which would make them feel pretty secure. And Morgan City's making them work for it. 2nd and goal. Now they're pushing. And Ogeron's in. I think that's what they should have done from the onset. Carson Ogeron will run it in. It's 27-7 South Lafourche. And that little feeling of breeze that you feel in the stadium is maybe Tarpon Nation exhaling a little bit as the Tarpons grab tighter control over this game. The turnover, the big play, sparked by Landon Jarvis' interception, running it back to the 1 yard line. We'll wait to see Cesar Gonzalez's kick. Snap will get to Alamo. The kick is up, and it is right down the middle. So the Tarpons add 7 more, and now they have a more comfortable advantage. It's 28-7. We'll be back in 1 minute with Big Blue up 21 on ESPN 100.3.
Are you searching for the next best thing for your finances? At Synergy Bank, we have everything you've been searching for in a community bank. Stop by to visit our friendly team at Synergy locations near you or anytime online at synergybank.com. Member FDIC.
Tarpons get a turnover and a short score, and they make it 28-7. Gonzalez will kick it away. Bourgeois will field it at about the 10-yard line. Work in the middle, now bouncing outside. He's got a little wall, and he's going to take this a long way across midfield. He's going to be pushed out of bounds. Across the 50-yard line.
Good luck, Cesar pushed him out of bounds.
That's the second time tonight that your kicker has to make a tackle on a kickoff return. That's not usually a good sign, is it?
No. Scoreboard update brought to you by 3T Oil, home of the drive-through oil change. Tulane 31, Memphis 21. Thanks to Mark Burrow for the update.
There we go. Let's see if we could get you a scoreboard update from the Thibodeau High game. Just a second. Let's pull that up. 21-7, Thibodeau leads in the early third quarter, so Bourgeois gets on the board. Here's 28-7 South Lafourche. Mancuso in the gun. Running a little option, pitching it out to the running back, who has a nice little seam out to the 30-yard line. He'll be shoved out of bounds there. Kojo.
Picks up about 8 yards, stopped by number 4,
Jacaius pushed him out. Ball to 30. Morgan City needs to score quick. And the Tarpons are wanting that clock to run. And, boy, they have been aggressive about running it. It looked like the running back got out of bounds there, and they wound it up again. 9:20 and counting. And Cuso with Kojo. Run the option to the left side. There's the pitch. Nice gain. He's got a first down and more. Inside the 20, still driving. Inside the 10, still driving about the 5. So Kojo running through the Tarpon defense. It'll be first and goal for the Tigers. Don't write off Morgan City just yet. First and goal from about the 5. 9 minutes to go.
Missed tackles.
Yeah. It's a Tarpon team that just, I know they played a very emotional game with Assumption last week. Just looks a little hungover, just kind of playing in the mud. Been like that all night. Hand it off to Kojo, and he's going to get closer than he was, but not into the end zone. He'll get to about the 2. Clock continues to run, 8:30 and counting.
The clock's not going to stop.
Yeah. It has been grinding down. Second and goal from about the 2. And the Tigers are going to call a timeout. So with 8:17 to go, Coach Treg will see something that he doesn't like, and he'll call a timeout. Tarpon's trying to come up strong and make a big stand. Next Friday, we're back home at Memorial Stadium taking on St. Louis. It'll be a non-district contest for the Tarps. But, boy, a very critical contest for the Tarps in their hopes to try to make the playoffs in Division I non-select.
St. Louis is coming in.
Smoking hot.
1 defeat.
At 6-1.
Big PowerPoint if you can get that victory.
They've got to come a long way, making a long road trip.
Because, quite frankly, the next week's not getting you much.
No, playing Ellender, you're not going to get anything.
Then you got to play a team that's playing some of his best football of the year in the Terriers.
Yep, that ain't going to be an easy one. Here it's going to be second down and goal for Morgan City. In the gun, they handed to Kojo. Nope, he lost yards. That tackle for loss is brought to you by the Terry L. Hunter III Foundation. He's thrown back around the 4 or 5 yard line. Stelter was one of the many Tarpons on the stop, but a late flag comes in. Who's that on? If it's on Morgan City, they're going to be all the way back to the 19. But we'll see. There were some pushing and shoving both ways. It might end up being offsetting. We'll see. Mr. Gunn says, dead ball, personal foul on South Lafourche. So it will be an automatic first down for Morgan City. Boy, that hurts. You just threw him for a loss. And the penalty will now move the ball forward and will reset the down and distance. I think Stelter gave just a little extra shove at the end of the play. And we're still having a conference to discuss what's going on. We got to figure out where we blew dead the run, which I believe was at about the 5-yard line, and then walk it off half of that. Ball would be at about the 2.5. Is a personal foul an automatic first down? I don't know that it is. Yeah, and that's I think the question. It's going to be 3rd down. Yeah, so it is not an automatic first down. That might have been the conversation. So it'll be 3rd and goal. Down counts. So really, they still lost yards on the play even after the penalty. Just get a little closer. 3rd and goal. Can the Tarpons get another push? Mancuso pitches it to Bourgeois, who is going to be short. He didn't get in. It's going to be 4th down. A great tackle by Haven Green. Boy, if the Tarpons could stop them one more time, they're going to get off the field here without giving up anything. The ball's at the 2-yard line. I don't know that they could just run it up the middle. I think they're going to have to drive it in from the outsides, but the Tarpons have been stringing those plays out. 7-10 and counting on a running clock. The Tarpons are trying to get off the field on defense. It's 4th and goal at the 2. Mancuso. Do they try to sneak it in? He's been really good on some sneaks earlier in the game. Play clock down to 5. He is still in the gun. Kojo with him. Handed to Bourgeois on a sweep, and he is in, I think.
He's in.
Yep, he's in. It is a Morgan City touchdown. They faked it to Kojo, handed it to Bourgeois. Good little misdirection. Morgan City shaves 6 points off of the deficit. It's 28-13. But if there is any silver lining, all those little stops that the Tarpons were making there at the goal line made Morgan City use a lot of clock. We're down to 6:43 now in regulation as we await Gomez's extra point. Snap is a little low, but gets down. Kick is right down the middle.
We got some clarification thanks to Detroit. Only 3 automatic first downs. Roughing the passer, roughing the kicker, roughing the snapper.
Okay, there we go. Sounds like a winner. I have often said that I wish we would just come up with a universal set of rules for all levels, but that might be too much to ask. Because you were telling me the other day in middle school that there's no such thing as an uncatchable pass interference. Not at the high school level, college and pro.
There's no such thing as an uncatchable.
Yeah, college and pro, uncatchable is such a big deal. Here, not a thing. Here, pass interference also, as you said a minute ago, that wasn't on the list. That's not an automatic first down. At every other level it is.
It would seem like unsportsmanlike should be automatic.
Yeah.
But
we don't make the rules. We just complain about them. 28-14. South Lafourche in front. 6:43 to go in the 4th quarter. Do you expect any type of trickery here from the Tigers on this kick?
2 scores. Why not?
Yeah, it's going to be tough to get the ball back twice. But they are going to – it's an onside kick, and the Tarpons fall right on it. Who is that? Is that Nick Coleman? Yep, that was old Nick Coleman falling right on that onside kick.
If that ball was kicked to the next guy over from Coleman, Morgan City recovered, he was running straight back.
So Johnny on the spot, old Nick secured possession for his team. And now the Tarpons will take over, and they're going to try to work some clock. Ball at their own 48-yard line, 6:41 to go. Up 2 scores. I figure you work 3-4 minutes off the clock and drive one in here. You can get out of here with your 4th win. Tarpons will stay in the gun. Morgan City's band making a lot of noise, having some fun. And we have a pre-snap foul. Somebody's got 12. They're counting them right now.
Quite a defense.
And judging by the hands going up in the air on the defense,
I count 11.
we have no foul. Yep, they've got 11. My bad. Yeah, they do have 11.
You know, and look, honest mistake, he may have counted the official in the black pants.
You know what they also have? They have a defensive back who's way offside. Right? Okay, look, he's way across the ball. Now he's going to back up. And he was in Tarpon back. He's still offsides. Ogeron, play action, or pump fake rather. We'll throw it deep. Pinch hit, a one-handed catch, and a blue bomb to the 15-yard line. T, are you kidding me? I've been coaching you since you're 4 years old. You never showed me anything like that before. What a catch. And I'm kidding. He's been showing me stuff like that since he's been 4 years old. But making the one-handed grab, it's a blue boot bomb into the Absolute Fitness red zone. What a catch. Wow. Inside of 6 minutes. T says, hey, you guys want to line up offsides on defense? That's okay. I'll get behind you anyway. Ogeron keeps it to Berg in the flats. Berg makes a man miss. Driving into the end zone. A blue boot bomb and a South Lafourche Tarpon touchdown. And that should just about be the straw that breaks the camel's back. Tarpon offense comes to life a little bit in the fourth quarter. Carson gets a touchdown pass to Camden Berg. It's 34-14 with 5:42 to go. And again, for the second time, Morgan City scores. South Lafourche comes right back and scores.
Quickly, 2 plays.
Wade the extra point. Little bit of a high snap, but it gets down. The kick is up, and it is good. Let's take a 1-minute break. Big Blue up 21. It's 35-14 midway through the fourth quarter. We'll be back in a minute on ESPN 100.3. Tarpons go down the field and score. Cesar Gonzalez kicks it away. It's a line drive wobbly kick caught by Booty. Working up the field across the 20. He's got a wall. Across the 30. He's going to be pushed out of bounds to the 40. Boy, it's not been a banner night for the Tarpon kick coverage tonight. They've now allowed several long returns. And it'll be 1st and 10 for Morgan City at their own 40-yard line.
I think after this game, the coaching staff's going to watch the film and may see some changes next week.
Maybe the old pop-up kick will return.
No, I'm talking some of these guys, the effort.
Yeah. It'll be 1st and 10, 5:35 to go in regulation.
But that's, they play in a lot of the game, too, and they're going special team. That's tough.
Yeah, we got a lot of dudes that are playing pretty much every snap tonight. But, that's what's needed. You got a bunch of injuries. Nobody's going to feel sorry for you. Kojo in the backfield, and Cuso in the gun. And Cuso, straight drop, throws it to the sideline. It's a floater to Bourgeois, incomplete. He tried for a one-handed grab, but he is not Terrence Petrie, so he was not able to secure that one. Good effort, though. Really good try. It falls incomplete. Sports Corner tomorrow, 10 to 12. Cannot wait to give you the rundown of all the action around the state. Maybe I could get you a score from John Curtis and Acadiana. That sounds like a 3T scoreboard update that we deserve to have. Oh, I got it for you. It's an inside handoff, a very short game from Morgan City. I don't think John Curtis took too kindly to losing 2 straight games. They are clobbering Acadiana 28-0 at the end of the third quarter. That scoreboard update brought to you by 3T, home of the drive-through oil change. Kojo on the last carry got about a yard. 5 minutes to go. South Lafourche salting this one away, up 3 scores. They're going to get their 4th win of the season tonight. And Cuso has some time, throws it as far as he can down the field, and it is caught by number 19. Number 19 from Morgan City is Nuge. And the Tarpons secondary allows a receiver to get behind them again, and it's a big gain for the Tigers. Out to the 20-yard line. 4:47 to go in regulation. Final score, Central Catholic 21, Berwick 6. Thanks to Coach Case for that update. It's brought to you by 3T, home of the drive-through oil change. Mancuso with Kojo in the gun. A little options, going to pitch it to Kojo. Look to turn the corner. He's inside the 10. Or right to the 10. That mark him at the 11. But a big old game. Clock continues to run. The clock is the friend of the Tarpons right now. 4:26 and counting.
Tough running by the Tigers.
And I'll say something here. Boy, I really hope the people in Morgan City take it as a compliment, but it's meant to be. And I'll get to it after this play, but Morgan City's lining up. Kojo in the backfield. They'll give it to him. Nothing. He swallowed for a loss that time. Stelter on the tackle. Tackle for a loss brought to you by the Terry L. Hunter III Foundation. Morgan City teams of the past, down 3 scores in the 4th quarter, we're packing up the tent, we're going home. These guys are playing hard the full 48, and that is a testament to this staff who's done a good job with these guys. This is a better football team than we've seen.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, heck, we saw some Morgan City teams in years past that was giving up after the first quarter at times. Another little option run. Mancuso will keep it. He'll get the first down inside the 10. 3:29 and counting. They're just taking too much time. That's the time is going to be the factor for them right now. They're using big plays to get it close, but once they get it close, it's taking them forever and a day to score. Clock continues to run. 3:25 and counting. First and goal. 3:13 and counting. Boy, still using a lot of time. Kojo trying to bounce outside. He's thrown for a loss. Tackle for loss brought to you by the Terry L. Hunter III Foundation as Jakias Croissant on the tackle. Loss of 3 on the play. He's back on the other side of the 10-yard line.
8 clock continuing to run.
Yeah, Morgan City is just, like we said, they're getting into the red zone, but their red zone offense is just such a grind. It's taking them such a long time. And here in the 4th quarter, that clock is just draining away. 2:36 and counting. Kojo with Mancuso. Mancuso's actually going to hand it to an outside back who's going to be dropped for a loss by Edwards. There was some serious miscommunication there. Kojo ran into the ball carrier, which was number 19, Nuge, and he's thrown back on the other side of the 15-yard line, so the Tigers are just going in the wrong direction.
Into the 3rd quarter, Holy Cross 19, Brother Martin 14.
That is the number 1 team in the state in Division I Select, Holy Cross. Undefeated, including a win over John Curtis. We're inside of 2 minutes here, by the way. 3rd and goal from about the 17. And Cuso throws it to the corner, intercepted. And here come the Tarpons. Is that Jarvis again? Yes, it is. How about maybe a little power player performance from Landon Jarvis? Gets his 2nd interception of the game. And that's all she wrote. Tarpons are going to come on the field and ice this down. They're going to get to 4-3 on the season. Tarpon defense bent a lot tonight, rarely broke, and they close it out, getting an interception from Landon Jarvis, who isn't even been a cornerback this season. He's played more on the offensive side, but he's had a big day tonight. Tarpons will be in the gun, couple dives. I don't think Morgan City will call timeouts. Couple dives will get out of here. Ogeron hands it to Dardar. Big seam, picks up about 5 yards. And as we say that, on cue, Morgan City will not call timeout. So this one will grind away, with the Tarpons getting what we think will be a 35-14 win. 1:18 and counting. 2nd and 5 for South Lafourche, deep in their own territory. Play clock still at 13. The Tarpons don't have to snap this ball for a long time. Next snap will be inside of 1 minute, and it'll be an offsides penalty. So the wheels falling off the bus a little bit for Morgan City here late. That's 5 free yards, 51 seconds left on the clock. If Mr. Gunn rolls this clock, which he will, the Tarpons are going to be able to eat another 25 more seconds off. Even more than that, because the play clock hadn't even started.
If you wait 4 seconds, 3, you snap it under 40, it's the last snap of the game coming up.
They have reset the play clock. The play clock hasn't started, and the clock has been running. The Tarpons might not have to snap it again. Let's see if they're going to conveniently start it right. Yeah, they're going to have to run one more play. In an eye. Hand off to Dardar. Nice hole, nice gain. Pick up about 6 or 7. And that'll take us to the end of tonight's ball game with our final score: South Lafourche 35, Morgan City 14. Let's go ahead and take a 2-minute break. When we get back in 2 minutes, Brian and I will give our power player of the game and our final thoughts as South Lafourche gets a win over Morgan City. We'll be right back. For those of you watching on Bayou Sports, we thank you so much for watching tonight. Our Edison Schwess Offshore, Billy Joe Brune, Baytie of the game. It's going to go to Carson Ogeron. How could it not? He played such a great ball tonight. He ran, he threw, he did great things. But our DTB Sports player of the game tonight has to go to Landon Jarvis, who had 2 interceptions and made a lot of big plays in the secondary for South Lafourche. The Tarpons are 4-3. They get a win over Morgan City. Thanks so much for watching. We'll be back next week. Good night. God bless.